mastery is not doing extraordinary things, but doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. And this could not be more true for spells in Clash of Clans. Despite new components being added over the years, spells ever since their inception in 2012 have remained the most versatile and one of the most defining aspects of an army. Spells can make or break an attack, and using over 15 of them to their full potential is a skill that differentiates a casual player from one of the best. That's why in this video I am breaking down 10 essential tips on how to use your spells as efficiently as possible. We will start with the more basic and fundamental aspects of spells and move to the more complex ideas and strategies. Let's get straight into it. Tip number 1, tailor your spells or have a plan. The first step to better spell usage is understanding which spells would benefit your army and attack style the most. Some spells are crucial for some strategies, but are much less impactful for others. You must understand what your troops' weaknesses are and use specific spells to cover those gaps. For example, if you use dragons or electro dragons, spells like Rage, Freeze, or even Lightning have great synergy, but using healing spells would not provide nearly as much value. But on the flip side, in spam armies like Miners or Hogs, heal spells are an absolute necessity. Even less common spells can become very effective if you have a plan for them. If your army struggles with walls, then Earthquake or Jump spells could be an effective option if you're not using wall-breaking siege machines. For Lava Loon armies, Haste and Freeze spells work perfectly. If you are using healers to support a hero, bringing an extra Rage or Invisibility spell can save your heroes if they are under heavy fire. If you use Dragon Spam with lightning spells, consider bringing only the exact amount of lightning to break air defenses. Replace any excess lightning for more impactful spells. When scouting a base ahead of time, you can tailor your spells to exploit weaknesses in a base design. A common flaw is clumped up high-value defenses, which can be neutralized by switching in lightning and earthquake spells or an overgrowth spell. Tip number 2, which spells to use in your clan castle. Although it may not seem like a huge deal, choosing which spells to take in your clan castle is extremely important in maximizing your offense. Clan castle spells are superior compared to normal spells, as they can be higher level than the current max for your town hall and also allow for spells not unlocked yet. This is massive for earlier town hall levels, mainly because of the totem spell. The totem spell is first unlocked at town hall 16 and is considered incredibly strong at that level, so imagine its strength at lower town halls. Even at level 1, the amount of hit points per spell is ridiculous, while also providing redirection and stun, making them direct upgrades to freeze spells early in the game. This is why most, if not all, of your clan castle spell slots should be totem spells. Also, keep in mind which clan castle spells can get a level boost for your army from the donation upgrade clan perk. For example, if you have lightning spells in your main spell army and invisibility spells in your clan castle, consider swapping the slots if your own invisibility spells are already maxed level. This way, the lightning spells in your clan castle will be getting a boost in level rather than the invisibility spells getting no boost. Tip number 3, place your troop buffing spells in front of your troops. When using most spells that buff your own troops, try placing them so that the spell captures your troops on the edge of the spell, but so that the bulk of the spell is over the path you predict your troops will take. This maximizes the time your troops stay in the spell's radius, squeezing out every bit of value from it. To perform this with air troops, you have to look at a troop's shadow and not by its model. A troop's true hitbox is where its shadow lies. Even if a troop looks like it is in the spell visually, if its shadow is not in the spell, the troop will not gain the effect. This technique takes practice, but it is essential for strong attacks. Tip number 4, spell combinations to not use. There are some spells that, when used together in the same area and at the same time, waste their effects or give diminishing returns. For starters, haste spells should not be used with other buff spells as they push your troops out of the spell zone faster, reducing the value they provide. This also applies to the healing and rage spell combo. Unless you want your hog riders to heal less from your spell, stop placing these two on top of each other. Additionally, spells that weaken defenses or heroes should not be used together or with invisibility spells. Otherwise, overlapping them wastes the effects of the other. For example, against defending heroes or clan castle troops, try not to poison and freeze them at the same time, as the freeze spell wastes the duration of the poison. Instead, use them separately to spread out their effects. While in some scenarios you need to use 2 debuff spells together, the majority of the time, using this tip will improve your attacks. Tip number 5, spell timing with hero abilities. Just like balancing spell timing, you must do the same with spells and hero abilities. Do not use debuff or invisibility spells when you use debuffing hero abilities, the Dark Orb or the Eternal Tome. Doing so reduces the impact of your spells. Speaking of the Eternal Tome, a fantastic spell to pair with it is a Rage spell. When pushing through high damage areas, the Eternal Tome protects your troops while the Rage helps quickly power through the defenses, destroying the area before the invulnerability runs out. It also allows more traps to be triggered while your troops are immune, since you move through the base faster. Finally, it's great practice to pair damaging equipment such as the Earthquake Boots, Spiky Ball, Giant Arrow, or Fireball with Lightning and Earthquake spells. It allows you to take down even the strongest defenses without having to engage with them. Just make sure you deploy your damage spells immediately after the hero ability hits. Wait too long, and a battle builder can repair a building, allowing it to survive. Tip number 6, choosing where to use your spells. Even if you can master spell placements and timing, it doesn't mean much if you aren't dropping them during the correct parts of the base. A general rule of thumb is to use spells only when your troops actually need them. Think about it this way: if you deploy a massive pack of dragons on a compartment of your base with an air defense, is it worth using a rage spell? The sheer number of dragons would likely clear that section very quickly anyway. Instead, save that rage spell for when your dragons reach the core, where the stronger defenses lie, or for the back end of the base when the amount of surviving dragons is reduced. I will cover more of this later in the video. Now, your rage spell provides much more impactful value compared to the first scenario, where it would be overkill. This logic applies to other spells too. Use healing spells when a large number of troops take damage, like when they cross traps or splash damaged defenses. Do not waste healing spells to heal only a few troops being attacked by an X-bow or cannon, unless it's a ricochet cannon. Those are a lot scarier. So before you drop a spell, quickly ask yourself these questions. What value will the spell provide in that area? Which defenses will it destroy? How much health will it save my army? Is there an area in the base that will give me more value if I use it there instead? Tip number 7, niche spell interactions to know. This is all about many hidden spell mechanics or interactions that the spell game doesn't explicitly tell you. Learning these can give you an edge in your attacks. First, lightning spell stun, a 0.1 second freeze. If you have any leftovers in an attack, you can use them as a mini freeze or to reset a single target Inferno Tower. Second, earthquake spells deal damage to ground troops and heroes at level 6 and higher. Always try to clip enemy units with your earthquakes if possible for bonus value. Third, poison spells slow down the repair speed of battle builders. If you have a leftover poison spell and there are no more enemy heroes or clan castle troops left, place it on any builder huts. Fourth, totem spells also stun defenses, but may not retarget their fire onto the totem if one of your units is closer to the building than the spell. Fifth, recall spells recall troops in order of highest to lowest housing space, with a priority on heroes. Meanwhile, clone spells clone troops in order of the first to last deployed. Finally, and most importantly, freeze spells can freeze decorations. Tip number 8, use invisibility spells. Invisibility spells are arguably the most versatile spells in the game. This and its low spell capacity mean it can be put into almost any army. Turning any troop or building invisible has countless applications. You can turn outside trash buildings invisible to redirect your troops and save a funnel. You can use them on a clump of troops to act as a pseudo freeze spell. You can turn ground defensive troops or the Barbarian King invisible. You can retarget defenses from attacking support troops onto a tank in your army. Invisibility spells even define whole strategies such as Super Archer Blimps, Grand Warden Fireballs, and Royal Champion Walks with the Spirit Fox. Invisibility spells always provide some value, but have the opportunity to save your attack entirely. But do keep in mind, invisibility spells have a high skill ceiling. Correct placements and timing are key, otherwise they can ruin an attack if you turn the wrong defense invisible by accident. Tip number 9, saving spells for the back end of a base. All top players have an important habit of saving a utility spell for the back end of a base. Unless you completely stomp a base at the end of an attack, your army is severely weakened, your troops are damaged, split apart, and all of your support has been used in abilities and excess troops. This means the final component of a base can become the most threatening, as the remaining defenses can pick off your surviving troops, leaving you just short of a 3-star. But if you keep just at least a single housing space spell in your deployment bar, like a totem, invisibility, or a freeze spell, it can provide the support your surviving troops need to finish the job. A single spell will benefit benefit a weakened army on the back end of a base much more than it will for a fully healthy and supported army during the start. Tip number 10, practice and experiment. I know this sounds like generic common sense, but it is genuinely the most important advice this video can offer. I can teach you all the macro strategies, placements, and niche interactions in the world, but none of it will be of any use unless you actually start applying it in-game. The most interesting part of getting better with spells is that there isn't one black and white answer. Clash of Clans is a game with infinite variables. There are countless base layouts, attack strategies, trap placement, and defending clan castle troops, and the entire fate of an attack can be decided in a single moment. Following these tips like an unbending rule book will not do you any good. Think about American football. If players stick exactly to the pre-game plan on the whiteboard, they would never win a game in the volatile environment of the actual game field. It works the same way in Clash of Clans. You must learn how to implement these spell tips into their attacks, while also being open to adapt on the fly. This is not an easy skill to learn. It only comes with trial, error, and experience. You must experiment, try new spell combinations, apply the new tips and placements, and learn the correct applications for each spell. Treat this video not as a list of strict laws, but as a guide of concepts to strive for. Do not be afraid to break the tips if your trained instinct tells you to. And if you do so correctly, I can guarantee your attacks will see improvement, and more importantly, you will develop into a better, more experienced player. Just make sure you don't experiment in the middle of a clan war league attack. Thanks for watching.